The first text came at 11:47 a.m. on a Friday. Just 3 words, and yet they hit me like a fist. "Weekend plans, babe?" I froze, staring at my phone, heart beating too fast to think straight. I knew the number. It was hers, not some random spam or wrong contact. Her, my wife. I tried to shake it off. Maybe it was innocent. Maybe I was overthinking. But that nagging voice in my chest wouldn't let me. The way she had smiled at me Thursday night, distracted, checking her phone with that fleeting guilt in her eyes. It all suddenly made sense. By Friday evening, the unease had settled into a tight, cold knot in my stomach. Her excuses came first. She had to help a friend. She wanted some time to herself. She promised it was nothing. I wanted to believe her, so I nodded, swallowing the lump of doubt. But every missed call, every delayed reply felt heavier than the last. I remembered the way she laughed last week, glancing at her phone in that oddly secretive way. The soft sigh she tried to hide when she thought I wasn't watching. I questioned myself. Am I imagining things? Am I paranoid? But my gut screamed otherwise, louder than reason ever could. Saturday morning, I couldn't sit still. My mind kept replaying the text. I tried to distract myself, pacing the house, staring out the window at the quiet street. And then I saw it. A notification on her tablet, buried under a pile of apps. Just a glimpse before she noticed me glancing. "Can't wait to see you tonight. Winky face." I froze. My hands trembled. She was supposed to be at a spa with friends. I want to call her, scream at her, beg her for truth, but I couldn't. The dread was suffocating. The disbelief too heavy. I left the house, trying to think, trying to rationalize. And then a plan formed. By Saturday evening, I found myself outside the small cabin she had rented under the guise of a girls' weekend retreat. My chest was tight, mind spinning with everything from rage to sorrow. I rang the doorbell once, twice, silence. Then I heard her voice, soft, familiar, too familiar. I caught a glimpse of him, her ex laughing, holding her close. The world shifted beneath my feet. The floor of my life cracked open, spilling everything I thought I knew about us. I stepped back, tried to process, when a hand rested on my shoulder. My lawyer. Yes, I had called ahead, not just to observe, but protect myself, to make sure I didn't lose the ground beneath me in a moment of blinding anger. I could see him watching, ready to intervene, and I needed it. I needed someone to keep me anchored because the betrayal was so deep it threatened to swallow me whole. When she finally opened the door, her smile faltered. She knew that I knew. She started, but I couldn't let her finish. I held up my hand, voice shaking with the kind of quiet fury that doesn't need volume to be deadly. "You don't have to explain. I saw enough." Her eyes filled with tears, and for a moment, I almost believed her remorse. Almost. But the words that followed shattered the last pieces of what I had left. "It's not what you think. We're just—" I shook my head. I had thought it. Yes, and that was enough. Enough to know that the person I had trusted completely had chosen deceit over honesty. That small, intimate moments we had shared, the jokes, the late-night talks, the way she leaned into me on the couch, were now stained with lies. I stayed silent as the lawyer outlined next steps. Separation, legal boundaries, and financial matters. Her voice grew frantic, pleading, guilt thickening the air. I noticed the trembling of her hands, the way her lips quivered, and even then, part of me ached, because love doesn't die quietly, not even in betrayal. It twists and lingers, a ghost of everything that was real and everything that was false. By the time I walked away, the cabin was behind me, but the memory of that weekend would linger. The smell of the pine-scented air mixed with her perfume. The faint sound of laughter that should have been mine to hear. I felt hollow, yet strangely free. I didn't look back. Not because I didn't love her anymore, but because I finally understood that love without trust was just a cage disguised as comfort. I learned something vital that weekend. The hardest heartbreak is not the absence of someone's presence, but the exposure to their absence of integrity. Weeks later, I replay every detail in my mind. not to wallow, but to understand myself better. I walk through my days with a careful awareness, carrying both the sting of betrayal and the quiet strength it forced me to claim. Love taught me a lesson I'll never forget: to protect my heart fiercely, to notice the subtle signs, and to walk away from what corrodes it, no matter how familiar the touch once was. The cabin, the ex, the hidden messages, they are fragments now, but the closure, the reclaiming of my dignity, is mine entirely, and that in the end is more valuable than anything I lost.